Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay. Hello. Happy Mindset Monday. Give me 1 second to pull up the chat because this thing is doing a weird on me. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to do this seamlessly. Yeah, this one. Get me in there. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, let's see. Valerie, Tiffy, Robo. Robo. I was trying to read your whole name at once. Robo, Gabby, Olivia, Leanne, Ryan, Mary, Anna, Naomi, Barbara, Emily, hello, Days, Elvin, Simone, Dina, it's already done. Oh, I like your name. Loaf. Oh, I like that one too. Shantae, you stay. Hello. Ryan, hello. I like the way you spell my name, Roxy. That's funny. My friend Sam would really appreciate that. Hold on, I gotta screenshot that. Andromeda, hello. Natalie, hi. Brendan, hi. Sweet Geet. Michelle, hi. How are you? Rue, Larisha, hello. YouTube literally keeps popping this thing up. It's like, now would be a good time to insert an ad. Give it a try. Apparently, you can now choose when your ads go. I didn't know that. Okay, that's new. That's new since the 2 weeks I've been on YouTube. Okay, what's up? Alicia, hi. Happy Mindset Monday, everybody. Brennan's like, it's been so long. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't feel well on the first Monday, and then last Monday was 4th of July, and we had a block party on our street, and it just was like too much going on. So I was like, I don't have the capacity for all these things. So I just didn't. And I figured it's 4th of July. People might have been doing shit anyways. I guess some people. Miss Vanjie, hello. Pia, Vanessa, Jennifer, hello. I can't see. It says Facebook user, someone else on Facebook, but it doesn't tell me who you are. But hello. Emily, hi. Vanessa, how am I doing? I'm all right. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Rue, you missed me. Thank you. I appreciate you. I missed you as well. I definitely did miss you. And Ryan says me sitting through 10 ads. Well, I appreciate it, Ryan. I didn't know that was a thing, but you know, just innovating in all kinds of ways, I guess. Brennan says, oh no, it's okay. I've missed a couple lives in the last few weeks too. Naomi, thank you. Thank you very much. I've never worn this dress. I've had it in my closet since I first moved to LA. I got it at a Black Milk sample sale. My friend literally flew down from Washington State, and we went to the Black Milk like headquarters in downtown LA at like 6 a.m. and stood in line and went. I don't know if you've ever been to a sample sale, but it's basically just like huge piles of fucking shit, and people are just like digging through it all crazy, and they're just shoving stuff in bags, and then you just like go to the counter and like they count how many things you got. You end up getting like, you can find some really cool stuff, but you also end up buying stuff that's like not so not the best quality or not the best cut. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's a draw. Like sometimes you get some good stuff and then some stuff you're like, I probably could have left this there. But this one I've actually never worn it, and it's cute. It's a dress. But I like it. So, what's up in your guys' world? What's been going on in the last 2 weeks? Anna, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We've been having our 360 fam chats. We're calling them, well, I'm calling them. Nobody else is calling them that, but I've been calling them 360 Thursdays because that's what it is. So it's been really fun going through the program and seeing everyone's progress, and just the group environment is just so like fun, and like I feel like there's more learning that gets done in a group environment than does one-on-one sometimes, because, you know, in one-on-ones, we obviously drill really down deep, But in group, you learn stuff from each other that you don't understand until you hear someone else say it and you're like, "Oh, hold on. Wait a minute." And it like gives you an it's almost like, "Ooh, I love it." That's exactly what it is. It's like the instant, "Oh, uh-huh," you get it right away. I've talked before about how, like, there's times when you can change your mind in an instant about something, and there's other times it takes a long time of, like, treading down the path to get you to finally believe something else. And I'm not even talking about, like, abilities or manifestation. I'm just talking about everyday run of the mill things. There's things that, like, you don't know you you believed a way that you weren't aligned to until you were exposed to a new point of view or something, right? Or till you learn something new, you're like, okay, that completely changes my opinion about that thing. And you can change it in an instant. Um, that mechanism is really great for manifestation, by the way. So when you're going through 360 or when you're going through the group program, that happens. That's something that doesn't always happen in one-on-ones because, like, you definitely have aha moments and stuff, but it's there's a lot of, like, me stuff. Like, I'm looking into myself, I'm digging into myself, and you're not seeing the situation from an outsider's perspective, which sometimes is really necessary, right? So when you can hear someone else say your exact thing in their words, it kind of just, like, gives you that. It's like a wake up call, or like a water in the face, and you're like, oh, maybe I should not say that anymore. Oh, Valerie says, I manifested going to 2 parties and being more outgoing. Yay, Valerie. I'm so excited for you. You're doing so well. If you don't mind me sharing, Valerie's in our group, in our 360 group. So that's good to hear, Valerie. Leanne, thank you. Leanne says, to this conversation, I would add that if you want to, here's a bit, I'm dropping a bomb right now. If you want to book one-on-one coaching with me, the deadline is July 31st, 2022, the end of this month. And that's the last day I will be accepting one-on-one sessions. So I'm going to be switching into a more a different model, something that I feel for me personally is exactly where I want to go. I've been feeling an energetic shift and something else calling me towards a different way of sharing and connecting. And so I'm just following it. And that's what it is. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, book it by July 31st, this month. You don't have to schedule it this month. Actually, I only have like one slot left in this month for coaching. But if you purchase it by the end of this month, then you'll have, like, I think it gives like 60 days to schedule it. So new stuff on the horizon, and I'm really super excited to share what we have coming up. I will say this: the next thing that we're going to be doing is a live, like a live course, and I can, like, at the live course with group, and it will be around taking inspired action and making massive shifts in your life. So more info to come. All right. So Boss Vision, would I ever share how I created my site? That's definitely something we've talked about. And now that I'm shifting into a new model, I'm going to be teaching probably a new, well, not probably, this is our plan, is for me to be teaching a live course once a month. So I'll be hosting live courses once a month now. And like how do I put it? Like coaching for coaches, or like business mindset stuff, and business creation types, like the mindset around that, and coaching is something that we get asked a lot. Leanne has a list. She makes a list of, or she keeps a list of things that people ask. So sorry, I'm trying to condense my thoughts here. So this is something that's potentially on that could be on the horizon. We're just kind of switching over into this new model, but running a group, core, like, monthly class, one month. Does that make sense? 1 month, one class per month. Yeah. On like business creation or business mindset is definitely something that we have talked about. And I will make sure that we, make Leanne here. Thanks, Leanne. If there's a course suggestion you have for Roxy, let's hear it. I'll add it to our list. Thank you, Leanne. And we'll put a tally mark next to that one for business type, because I'm not a business coach, but I am a business owner. So I've obviously, there's a lot that I've done here. So and I coach a lot of coaches and other business owners as well, and entrepreneurs. So I understand the mindset and things like that, and the approach that you need to take in order to make those shifts in your life and achieve that stuff. So, and then obviously I have the logistical stuff that Leanne reminds me all the time. I have built a website and done all these things, and created the structural side to it. So it is on the list, and thank you for asking. Okay. Ashley, you'd be definitely interested. Awesome. So, if you guys are, if you're subscribed to my list, I'll definitely be sending out information. If not, head to my website and download the 30 days of alignment or something like that, one of my free things. And then I'll make sure that you're on my list so that you can get the info. Okay. Astro Haley says, yes, my first time catching a live. Oh, welcome. Thank you. And thank you for the compliment. Okay, Ryan. Oh my gosh. The way you're spelling my name is cracking me up. Okay. Ryan says, my barista that I talked to you about before quit his job a few weeks ago. Now I have no idea where he is. I know he's missing me hard. Also, can I get rid of eye floaters? Doctor says no. Okay. Okay. All right. So yes, he's definitely missing you. He's trying to, he knows how to find you. So he's working on putting himself in the same space. Let's just say that he's manifesting you as well. And that's just let that unfold. Now, I saw your second comment. Can I heal eye floaters? Doctors told me I have to put up with this forever. I'm only 25. So don't listen to what they say. That's my best advice, is that your body, your mind is creating your body. And if the mind that you have developed, the mindset that you have developed up until now has manifested in you having, I'm not even going to say it again. Actually, because I'm going, hold on, let me finish this thought. Has manifested in this, then if you can get into the mindset of a different something else, then you can manifest a different physical reality, physical body. I've been listening to Joe Dispenza all morning, so it's very apt that you asked this question, because I don't want to speak for Joe Dispenza. There's a couple Lewis Howes interviews that are hours long, and there's multiple interviews that they've had together on those, and I just kind of listen to them, and I put them on when I'm putting on my makeup and stuff like that. So that's what I'm listening to as I'm getting ready. And yeah, today there was just a lot of medical stuff, and he healed himself of paralysis. And then he's been going around the world healing, helping people heal themselves while hooked up to brain scans. So they have all this physical evidence of it. And so basically I would suggest listening to that, because he's really smart, and I'm not. I'm smart. I'm just not that kind of smart about the medical field and stuff like that. And he studied neuroscience and stuff like that. So he just really talks about how the brain creates the body, and the brain creates the disease. So, or the mind creates the disease, or whatever the thoughts create it. So if you can get yourself on a different wavelength, different energetic pattern, different thoughts, then of course you can. Now, having said that, I have healed myself. I have a 4-step healing process that I use. They might have already, I don't know if they've linked it already, but the podcast episode, if you guys don't mind, will you link the podcast episode or the YouTube? Did it ever go on YouTube? No, I think it's just on the podcast. Will you please link the podcast episode with the 4-step healing process, please? It's from last year. It's from about a year ago, but it's on my podcast and it's called Healing, Manifesting Physical Healing in Your Body or something like that. Um, and I was going through something and I was talking about it in real time. And I actually have a live stream from that time, which I've thought about. I was kind of surprised I even went live then. I really regretted it. And I thought about taking it down, but I never did. And then I know Shantae messaged me one time and was like, thank you for having that up of you doing it in real time so I could see what it actually looks like to shift your thoughts when you're experiencing physical symptoms. so yeah. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Leanne. Okay. I'm so focused. Melissa says, my original SP unblocked me on Facebook after 2 years. He's coming back. I can feel it. Yay. Proud of you. That's so awesome. Hell yeah. Celebrate it. Celebrate that. You did that. Shantae says, after your conversation with Sunny D about describing the past as always having been healthy, I found it was easier to imagine versions of them who have always been healthy versus suddenly. Oh, wait, I'm in the middle of a freaking. Okay, here we go. There we go. Where's number one? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Shantae says, huge success. Yay, Shantae. I've been manifesting health for myself for 4 months and more months, and for the rest of my family for 3. Recently, I was given my test. My old symptoms returned, and I couldn't work. I did not let my thoughts join. After a couple of days and being able to return to work myself, my mom called with unbelievable news. My brothers at home got jobs. With unbelievable news. Okay, got jobs. After your conversation with Sunny D about describing the past as always having been healthy, I found it was easier to imagine versions of them who have always been healthy versus suddenly healing. A fun detail was one brother has worn his hair long for years, but I saw the healthy version of him with short hair. Guess what? At our recent visit, it was short. Wow. Okay. So you changed your health story about yourself and your family. And how long ago was this? This is probably really quick, right? Like, what has this been, a week or something? A week or two? And they both got jobs. That's crazy. And then and then cutting the hair. That's hilarious. That's so funny. You're so powerful. I tell you that every week, but it's true. Brendan, thank you. I appreciate you. Said it was amazing for you to push through and go live and show you. The real reason I went live is because I was too stubborn not to. Like I felt like I had taken too much time off and nobody knew why. And it's like I'm a manifester, so you don't want to like affirm what's wrong, right? Like I didn't want to come out and be like, meh, like type it on, like on the internet or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna be better in a week. I'm gonna be better in a week. I'm gonna be better in a week. And when I wasn't all the way better, it was like devastating because, well, for a while, I'll just let you guys in on a little story about going live. Taking the live selfie is like really stressful for me. It's like the thumbnail. It's just always a pain in the. And it's not. No, that's not true. That's not true. Today I got it right away. There have been times when it's really stressful, and never has it been more stressful than the day I couldn't fucking smile. And I was trying to, how do I make a thumbnail that doesn't, like, I didn't take a single picture of myself during that time, of course, because, I didn't want to, I'm not burning it into, I didn't want to like create any sort of like memento of it. And so I had to like sit there and figure out how to like move my face to make it not look crazy. Like I couldn't move half of it. It was really fucking hard and sad. And then I go live and I just like immediately start crying. And I think that was like the first time I ever cried on live stream. And like, I'm not really a crier. I mean, that's not true. I cry, but I don't cry in public. I'm not a public crier. Like I can handle my shit. So, that was just really, it was a very vulnerable moment. I had to have my business coach had to like walk me through keeping that online. Honestly, I was like, I don't know why I did that. Can we thrive even in inflation? Absolutely. Stop calling it inflation. Do not use that word or that concept. Like, whether it exists in your physical reality is irrelevant. What you do next and what kind of reality you go towards next depends on how you describe it going forward. And even like, yeah, Leanne says a lot of people made their money during the Great Depression. A lot of people made their money in 2020 when a lot of people didn't. When people were shutting down, there were people making lots of money during that time. So it's all perspective. Everything is perspective. Shantae says it's been a few months, but okay. Oh, you said you already said 3 months. I had read that in the question. I'm so good at stuff. Okay, been a few months, but the test was this week since you passed your results weren't slow anymore and you made so much movement. Got you. Okay, so the test was this week, and once you passed your test, the results were super quick. That's where we're talking. This is why I keep talking about this taking massive action. And even like maybe that action wasn't that massive, but you shifted your perspective and you decided to look at things from a different perspective of how about they've just always been like this and it just is this way, period, without this ridiculous ass story behind it. And it worked for you immediately. Yeah, see, this is proof that one person says 2020 was one of the best years of my life. Someone else says 2020 was super frugal for me. Well, again, it's all perspective and it's all what you say it is. So, if they're like, can we thrive even in inflation? The water, what is that? What is that saying? The tide rises all ships or whatever. What is that? You know what I'm talking about? If the shit's raising, you're raising with it. And that's fine, cool. I'm not worried about that because I know that I'll always be taken care of. I'll always have enough. I'll always have more than enough, even if that number increases. Money is a mind is an idea anyway. It's not even real. It's not even a real thing. Okay, so it's the idea of it, the energy of it is getting bigger. There's more energy required to get nowadays. It seems not more energy. Excuse me. A higher concept of energy, a higher understanding of it. And I think it's because the old paradigms don't work. People can see through the illusion of what we thought society was, and it's just not that. And so there is like a separation between the people who are following the old notions and the ones who are creating their worlds. And you have to be able to look at that old paradigm, that old way of being, that old way of living, and say, that sucks for them. Or in the most loving way, those poor souls down there, because not like, oh man, how am I gonna, that's you're them at that point. Abaja says, okay, I don't know if anyone remembers, but I manifested a rapper DMing me a few months ago, and I ran into him at the airport a week after meeting MC Hammer. Oh my God. Excuse me. Valerie says, 2020 was when I learned about manifesting, so it changed my life. There you go. It is what you make it. Right? What they told us in Joe Dirt, life is what you make it. Alicia says, I'm so excited that you're doing a business workshop because I decided last year I wanted to create my own skincare line and I don't know where to begin. Okay, you know what, Alicia? Hold on, because you're giving me, I'm feeling like maybe I should create a business mastermind, a business mindset mastermind, because like a course, this is why I'm thinking about it. A course is like antiquated, right? Like a course, once it gets stamped into history or whatever, it's frozen in time, right? You can add to it, of course, but with a mastermind, we would be able to morph and custom tailor everything to fit each individual person. Where, because like with business, no two businesses are alike, right? So I'm just sorry, I'm kind of thinking out loud. Maybe this is maybe more for Leanne, but just Leanne, can you just write down business mastermind might be a good idea, because that could be something that we might be doing ongoing. That doesn't necessarily have to be like a class that I teach once, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. There we go. Okay, so nice. Jay says 2022 has brought even more clients to my business. I got a trip to NYC, Mexico City, Cancun, and Vegas, all free and paid for. I'm truly blessed and loved by the divine. Yes, that's amazing. Ryan, are we all creating a nuclear war because we all keep talking about it, or is that a silly idea? It's not a silly idea, and yes, that is exactly how collective consciousness and collective manifestation works. However, I will say that you are still in your own reality, though. So how do I explain this? I feel like I need this like a layered analogy that is trying to pop through. Well, let's just think about it this way. There are infinite versions of reality, or near infinite versions of reality. There are ones where the society is doing everything you want it to do, and there's ones where it's doing everything you don't want it to do, and everything in between. So like the collective consciousness is doing what you say it's doing. Shantae says it's amazing to think that everyone could manifest themselves being rich. We're all in our own reality, so we can all win in ours. I used to feel bad because others are working so hard. No, no, not at all. And that's that old way of thinking, right? That's that old world. That's lack right there. That means there's only so many dollars on the planet. And if I don't have this amount of them, then I am not good enough, or I don't have what I should, or what I deserve, or what I want. Right. But in reality, it's all energy. There's only infinite amounts of everything, and you have access to all of it because it's your reality. And we're all doing that on our own as well. So, I had that kind of feeling too when I started out. And that's why my whole thing was like, I just want everyone to know that they have this power. Everyone deserves to know that they're in control of their realities. I really, truly mean it when I say that. If everybody knew that, cool, that's on you. Do what you got to do. The rest is on you. My job's done here. Right. So, but like, I just think that everyone should know that. I think that we should all have been told that and taught that. And we should have been given this information at birth. Everyone should have, and that's where Earth should be. But we weren't. So who knows? I don't know why. I don't know why or what the fuck happened. I wasn't there. But for now, I'm being called to share this information, so I do. Janina says, I manifested being put on the guest list for a concert of a famous musician by one of the band members. Hell yeah. Jay Tao, what is my perspective on twin flames? My perspective on twin flames is that I think that it's the culture around it that makes it, I don't want to say a problem, but I think that like personally, I don't like the frenzy of it. I don't like the frenzied energy of it, and that's why I don't like the term twin flame, because I think, because I know, because I'm a fucking wordologist. This is what I do, is manifesting is wordology, to be real. So wordology, whatever that is. But like the words create. So when you label it twin flame, you know what that means. We know everything that twin flame means. I always think of, every time I say this, I think of Jafar, when at the end of Aladdin, when he's like, be all powerful genie. And they're like, cool. And you get everything, and that goes along with it, including, and then they put the shackles on him and he's stuck in the lamp. That's how I feel about it. It's like, oh, you want your twin flame? Cool. You get everything included, including all of this fucking crazy, it's kind of toxic, like just tumultuous energy. And like, if you feel that someone is your soul connection or whatever. I just to refrain from using that term. Great. Like you can have all the good of the without calling it that, because when you like to know what a twin flame is, you know what twin flame means, right? And so if you know what twin flame means and you're calling it that, you're calling it all of that bullshit, and you're giving your relationship that's your the mold with your the mold through which your relationship will be shaped. So in my opinion, why do that? Does that make sense? Vegan Queen of America, hello. Vegan, I'm a fellow vegan. I love your name. I didn't know there was another one. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh. Okay, hold on. A super chat just popped through. Let me see this. Kel, I appreciate you. Thank you. I just saw your message. Okay, Bree. Bree says, thank you for the super chat, Bree. Oh, there we go. My SP broke up with me after 6 months, blocked me for 3, and we reconciled. Been friends again for 8, but he talks to newer friends more, dated another. Advice? Yeah, quit counting, quit obsessing over how like all those months are irrelevant. Who cares? The fact that you got blocked, who cares? Why are you still telling the story? This is with love. Sorry, Brie. Just here's a warning. I sound sassy. I probably sound mean. I don't mean to be mean. I'm very direct. Okay. So, all of the stuff that happened is irrelevant. And the fact that you like it's giving me like 8 months, 4 days, 6 hours and 27 seconds. It's like the more you count how long it's been and how what's not this and blah, 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 you're going to get more of that. So he talks to newer friends more, probably because you're pushing him away with your energy and feeling like you reconciled, but your energy has been like damaged through this, right? Like your spirit was kind of damaged. So you don't probably have the same confidence that you may have had before, or just right now you're not radiating the kind of energy that is magnetic. You're probably radiating the kind of energy that's repellent, meaning that you want something, which means you don't have it. And so that's what the 3D reality is reflecting back to you, right? So, and again, yeah, here you go talking about, I don't care. I'm telling you, I mean, again, Brie, literally do not tell me another, I don't care. And I mean this with love. I don't care how long it's been. I meant that the first time I said it. This is with love. I'm going to sound mean. I'm your sister here. Okay. This big sister coming through and telling you some truth. I don't care how long it's been. Neither does the universe. In fact, the more you talk about how long it's been, it will be longer. For the love of God, do not talk about how long it's been again. I meant when I said I don't care how long. I don't want to know it, because you are making it last longer by having to tell me. And I'm sorry for getting testy with you, because it's not personal. It's just that you're like, I can just tell is this and they want this and it's been this long. That energy keeps the people away from you. So you have to create a magnetic field that is inviting and not repellent. So however long it's been, so what? Erase, erase, erase. Today it's day 0. It's been no time at all. It's been 0 time, because you have been on not the correct frequency for 0 minutes. So actually, it hasn't been any fucking time of you doing anything. So stop talking about how long it's been. It's been no time at all. The second you start being positive, sorry, that just to tell you, it's not me yelling at you. The energy comes out really loud. I don't have any negative feelings towards you. This isn't the real me coming through talking, just letting you know. And I apologize for the screaming. It's just how it comes out. So, so it's 0 minutes. You haven't stepped into a reality where you know they're yours. You don't care who they're talking to. You talk to the entire world and have fun telling them about how much you love me. You know what I mean? It's like when you're in a secure relationship and everything is working out and you're fine, you don't care if they're talking to other people. Because God, don't you dare do that. Turn around and do that to me. I'm going to be allowed to talk to whoever I want to. I'm not going to do anything when I'm talking to people, and I expect my partner isn't either. So why would I have a problem with them talking to somebody? They're a human being. If I have a problem with my partner talking to somebody, I'm the problem. I don't own them. We're lucky enough to share the energy together if we mesh well and make a good connection. We don't get to decide who gets to how to spend the meh, meh, meh. I help you be more you, you help me be more me, and we grow because of it. So the fact that you're worried about who he's talking to, I'm just, I understand that you're telling me, but I see so much that I can point it out right away. I can just tell, like, by what you choose to tell me. So you've got to stop talking about how long it's been. It's been no fucking time at all, because there's not been a time when you have been, well, maybe you have whatever, maybe 2 months for a couple weeks here and there, you're feeling great. Well, you're not anymore. So who cares? Right now, we need to get back to the idea of it's all working out. I'm so glad they are making room for me in their life, or they're figuring out what it is that they need to figure out. They're sowing their oats. They can't stop thinking about me. We have this amazing connection. I'm so glad that it's working out. In the meantime, I'm doing better. I'm loving my life. I love being me. I'm having so much fun in my world. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm finding my passions. I'm falling back in love with just being alive. I love who I'm being, and I love what's going on in my life. The universe keeps blessing me. That is somebody who's going to get everything they want, including their SP, without trying. When you're trying, you're not going to get them. So like the trying and the focus and the attention and the work needs to be on maintaining the well-being here. You make the nicest garden so that everybody in the neighborhood wants to come look. That's how you get your SP, not by running around trying to chase them down and beg them for attention when they're trying to give it to other people. That's not how the universe works. So, with love, Brie, your best bet is to drop all the shit of what you used to do, except in looking at it as, isn't this great of this connection we have? We talk all day, we call every night. I'm not going to say the rest of it, because why would I? We started off as friends, then we had this amazing connection. I found out they've always had a crush on me, or they've always liked me. We have this great bond. It's like electric when we're together. I've known them for years. I love being around them. They love being around me. And we're just kind of doing everything to make ourselves ready to be together. If that's not your story, it's why you don't have them. Right? So, I hope that makes sense. Thanks for letting me yell at you. I'm sorry if it sounded mean. It wasn't personal. And if you're interested, my specific person workshop is built and designed exactly to get through this type of stuff, so that you can. The real problem with manifesting an SP is not the manifesting the SP. It's all the junk that you have in the way that's keeping them from you to begin with. So that's what my manifest an SP workshop is about clearing out the junk that's in the way from your specific person coming towards you, because they're already coming your way. You are a magnetic field, but if you're not sending out the right signals, you're not going to get the right response back, right? Because it's a same in and what am I trying to say? As within, as without, as above, so below, that type of thing. Like, whatever is going on in here is what's coming out through the magnetic field. This produces an electric charge, which sends out I don't fucking know how it works, and pulls this is why Joe Dispenza pulls the thing into your body with the magnetic field. So with your feelings, thoughts send the impulses out, the body feelings draws the things in there into you. So you have to become a match to up here and physically, meaning you're thinking like your ideal self, you're acting like your ideal self, you're being your ideal self now, even if it's not here yet. And you can't get caught up telling the story of the 3D, or else you get stuck back manifesting it. Ooh, I just got a good visual in my head. It only works if you've seen the Coven season of American Horror Story. So, spoiler alert, sorry, this was like 10 years ago on TV. So if you didn't see it by now, here we go. I don't want to, whatever. At the end, I'm not going to say who. There's that one character that's trying to find out if they're the Supreme. And you think it's going to be this character, and then she ends up getting lost in her own like nightmare, and it's happening over and over and over, and she has to like dissect an animal for class, and she keeps experiencing it, reacting to it, recreating it. And because she's so caught up in the 3D and the horror of that experience that she had to be put through, She can't see outside of it. And remember, bitch, you're a witch. Snap your fucking fingers and get the fuck out of here. And so she gets caught in this infinite loop of recreating this scene over and over and over. And I'm surprised that just now took me, I can't believe it took me this long to realize that. But that scene is a great, perfect example of why you need to shut the fuck up about your 3D reality if you want to get out of it. Whose ancestors are in here today? Who's been ignoring their ancestors because they are feisty today? Okay. What do I mean with day zero? Yeah, that's something we talked about a few weeks ago on Mindset Monday, but it was our homework one week to describe everything as day zero, meaning like it's the first day. Like, you know, when you get really excited about something, when the first time you I don't know why if PS5 just came out, but like when a PS5 comes out or a PS6, ooh, oh, PS6, it's all exciting, right? It's a new desire. There's like electricity behind it. Man, bitch, you're a witch. There's electricity behind it. There's feeling and like excitement, right? It's electric. So if you can match that vibe onto your same old shit that you've been manifesting forever, you can breathe new life into it to make it exciting again. So it doesn't, and stop counting it's part of, oh my God, why am I so good at talking today? It's also about the letting go of the past stuff and stopping the telling stories. Like when I was screaming at poor, who was it? I'm so sorry. My brain's like working really well today. Brie. It was Brie. When I was screaming at Brie about stop telling your old story, it's that stuff. Like you have to stop talking about the past stuff. Like it doesn't matter how long it's been. It's been 0 minutes. What are you talking about? You just decided that you want to do this exciting thing. So yay, go out and manifest it, bringing new energy and not bringing like your old shit in. But we talked about it on a Mindset Monday I think it's been a few months now. But if you go to my website, roxytalks.com/forum/homework, the day zero homework assignment is there, and the link will be there actually to the episode because Leanne's so good at her job. Okay. Renard, hello, how are you? Says, I was single ever since last summer. Okay, hold on. I was single ever since last summer. When I did your workshop, worked on my anxiety and my abandonment issues, I manifested my girlfriend and a new job. I'm afraid I will self-sabotage my relationship. Okay, I will get to you in just a minute. Hold on. I just got to take a little screenshot for the props that you took the course, you were single, you worked on your things, and you got the girlfriend. Okay, sorry. The shit works, okay? So, 2 things you can do. 1, if you wanted to, you could start over and go back to module 1 and start from right now, day 0, okay? Because all the information is the same. The things that like you probably wouldn't have to do your module 1 homework. It might be the same, obviously be the same stuff. Your history and how you grew up and stuff like that is going to be the same. But going into module 2, when you're doing your left hand, right hand stuff, start over because you have a new situation now. You have the partner and you have the job. And so you know that you can use the information in the course on anything, obviously, but it's like the homework stuff you can use for anything. So go back to the course, start at module 2, or do module 1 just to get a refresh, just to listen. Go back to module 2 and then start with the homework there and do the homework from your current perspective. So you're going to want to do your left hand, right hand column. What's all the problems and what's the solutions we're coming up with for right now, because you need to rewrite your story. So we worked on the anxiety and the abandonment issues, which is great. But now, how do I explain this? When we get to new levels, it's like our old shit comes back, but like in a new costume. It's like I'm seeing Pokemon. It's like, okay, it's like a Pokemon, right? So it's like, sorry, I'm trying to explain the visuals I'm getting, but sorry. So let's say you fought your anxiety and your abandonment issues. That was the Pikachu, right? But now that you have your girlfriend and a new job, you're at a new level. Now you got to fight your anxiety and abandonment issues, but it's Raichu now. Okay. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's an evolved version of your fucking problem. So that's why, again, I always go back to 360 because it doesn't matter what you encounter. The practice is the same of ignoring the 3D and inserting the chosen reality. And um, so as you level up, so do your issues. So you have to be able to recognize, oh, there's my anxiety again. Now I need to deal with it at this level. Now I need to deal with I dealt with my anxiety when I didn't have a girlfriend and I didn't have the job. Now I have to deal with my anxiety and abandonment issues now that I have the fucking job and I have the fucking girlfriend. So okay, good. It makes sense. Cool. Yeah. So you just kind of have to bring yourself along with your manifestations. And that's actually something I see a lot stalling people is they don't bring their story along with their manifestations. Okay. As she says, oh, I get it when you say Pokemon. That was cracking me up, and I was just like getting all these visuals popping up. They were like popping out their little things. Okay. Oh my God, Autumn, I love this. Autumn says, random manifestation. I left my unopened soda at my friend's house over the weekend that I was craving. Today, my coworker randomly offered to buy me a 6-pack of the same soda. I'm blessed 6 times over. I love it. That's amazing. I love it. Judy, I'm so sorry. Did I skip a super chat? I'm so sorry about that. Okay, I see you. Okay, Judy says, thank you for the super chat. I don't ever say it out loud, but I have a money block. Money trickles in. What do you suggest? Honestly, say it out loud because if you don't acknowledge it, it doesn't negate its existence, right? Like it's here. Whether you say it out loud or not, it's still there. So saying it out loud and being open about it allows you to confront it. Like it's like you're turning on the light in a dark room. The room is scary when the light's off because we don't know what's in it and you can't tell what's in it. But when you turn the lights on, it's like, it's just a bunch of old fucking shit. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's that hat that I got that one time. Oh, there's my old tire from my bike and it got a flat tire. It's just like a bunch of junk in there. It's not really even that scary. It's more like the fear of confronting it that's a lot more scary. So like let's look at what it is, and money trickles in. So first off, I'm going to suggest you buy the book or check out the book, however you can get it, Rich AF by Amanda Frances. I talk about it all the time. It's like my money Bible. I realized today I'm on my 5th read of it. Like I've literally read it more than 4 times. And every time I get to the end, I just start it over again. And my opinion about it is that this person is really successful in their business. They've conquered their own money story and they talk about how to be in that energy and maintain it. So if I'm reading that every day and I'm starting my day in that mindset, then I can kind of help maintain my money story. So that's one thing I would say, check that book out because it really helps break down the concepts around money and like how you can shift it. So that's one thing to start with. The next thing would be to start looking at what it is you do truly believe about money, which money trickles in as the start. That's just like a trickling. That's the thoughts trickling in. That's just the first one, right? So if you kind of scratch behind the surface of that, a bunch of stuff is going to fall out. I would suggest doing like so that I do left hand, right hand columns in my work a lot. So you can do a left hand, right hand column on money, get a piece of paper, write money at the top, draw a line down the middle. And then on the left hand side, just make a list of start with money trickles in. And then what's the next one? Money trickles in. It's hard to keep. I'm not even gonna, but you get my point. Just dump all of them out of your head that you think and believe and fear and worry and what you've seen and what you've experienced and what sucks and what you can and how long it's been and who owes you this, man, all the things, everything about money, put it on the left-hand side of your paper. And then when you're done with that, you go back up to the top and go to the first one and you would take that, oh my God, I'm so articulate today. You would take each one individually and then flip it into the opposite or best case scenario version. So obviously the opposite of money trickling, with money floods in, money comes to me in avalanches. Money comes to me every single day. I always have money. Money's always around. Money races towards me. Money loves to be around me. Money desires to be with me. Something like that, right? And you start writing out the right-hand version, the opposite version of your exact specific doubts about money. And then now your job is to switch every time you think well, now you got to pay attention, because now you got to watch out for all left-hand thoughts. And you need to switch out anytime you start to think a left-hand thought, you swap it for a right-hand thought. And you never stop. Okay, let me see what you said. You said some more stuff here. Let me read it. Vanessa. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you in just a minute, Vanessa. Judy says, oh my God. Okay, I love you. She says, I'm getting emotional. Like you just found a solution for my problem and I haven't even finished talking. There is 100%. You are not stuck to this. You are stuck to this life as much as you're stuck to this story. And once you realize it's just a story and you can just pick a new one, but you have to tell it to yourself, and you have to tell it to yourself every day. And you have to tell it even when the 3D reality doesn't show it to you. You have to keep telling it. So like, let me put it this way. If I wanted to change my money story, let's say if I wanted to be a millionaire, or what, let's not even go that far. Let's just say I wanted to change my money story to where I was abundant. I knew I was abundant and I didn't think about lack where money was, right? What that would require would be that every single day I have to condition myself into thinking the right-hand type thoughts, the higher quality thoughts about money all day, every day. Every day I have to recondition the way I do it by choice. By choice, I am choosing to say this about money instead of the other thing. By choice, I'm choosing to pay this bill with gratitude and excitement versus dread and resentment. By choice, I am choosing to spend or release money with gratitude and excitement versus resentment and pain and fear. And like you don't stop paying your bills, but you change the way you pay them. You don't stop obviously thinking about money. That's not practical. You change the way you think about it. You don't stop responding to money. That's not possible. Maybe, or maybe it is, but we're always doing stuff with money, right? We're handling it, we're passing it, it's going here and there, we're thinking about it, we're experiencing it, whatever. You change the way you deal with it and you approach it and you think about it. And here's the deal. If I were to start today changing the way I thought about money and trying to wrangle every single thought and reaction that I have throughout my 24 hours or my 18 hours of being awake, and then I did that tomorrow, and then I did that tomorrow, and then I did that the next day, if I don't do that, the likelihood of me becoming financially abundant is probably zero. Or it's not true. It's lower. Let's just say it's lower. If I don't commit myself to changing those thoughts every day, though, what is the likelihood they're going to change? Probably zero, right? Maybe I was right. Okay. However, if I work every single day, today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then I never stop, here's what's really important. Listen to me right now. Whether it takes me 0 days, 2 days, 500 days, 5,000 days, it's better to do those 5,000 days and maybe get that to that place than to not do any days at all. If that's my goal, right? So whether or not it happens right away is irrelevant. My job is to never stop telling the story of the abundance, because if I stop saying it, I'm definitely not getting it. If I keep saying it, there's a way higher chance I will get there based on previous experience, the fact that 1 + 1 = 2, the fact that thinking abundantly is going to give me a different perspective on life in general, and I may think of different ideas and ways to make money, or I may approach how I feel and spend money or save it or whatever, or invest it differently simply because I'm under the influence of different thoughts about it. And obviously we're manifesting, so we know that it's going to eventually pay off. But my best bet is to do those 5, even if it's 5 days, 500 days, 50 days, 5,000 days, regardless. Who cares if I have evidence? Who cares if it's shifting? It will never shift if I don't fucking do that. But if I do that, it might and probably will. Or will, right? Like, my point is, like, we don't know how to guarantee. I don't know how long it's going to take. But if you keep doing it every day, something is going to change. Whether that's your physical reality, your energy. I mean, something is going to change it, right? If you don't change it, nothing's going to change, obviously. Does that make sense? Sometimes I'm trying to explain things that I don't know how to verbalize. Lachey, hello, thank you for the super chat. Says, I started doing all the tools, meditation, breathwork, scripting, yoga, etc. I'm aware that I'm doing too much and left feeling overwhelmed, but struggling on which tools to focus on to help stay in alignment. Okay, Lachey, my question for you is, what tools did you like? What of it did you actually like doing? Like, what are those things? Okay, let's ask. How did meditation make you feel? How did breathwork make you feel? How did scripting make you feel? How did yoga make you feel? Like, think about that first. And then as I'm thinking about this, like, okay, meditation, I think should be done every single day. First thing in the morning, done. Scripting, I do every night. It's the last thing I do before bed. So to me, meditation and scripting's like, that's a non-negotiable for the rest of my life every day. No, I get it. That's bookending my day just so that I can go to sleep and wake up in a good space. Now, yoga, if it's a practice that you connect with and you enjoy doing that with your body and in having that connection, then absolutely keep it, right? Because it has many benefits, not just for the ones that, right. You know why. Obviously, yoga has all kinds of benefits. And then when it comes to breath work, I would say that, maybe you do it once a week or something. Maybe you have a breath work that you do every weekend and you do like a cleansing session or something. You don't have to do all these things every day, but I could see someone easily doing meditation, scripting, yoga every day, and even breath work. I mean, honestly, if it's not overwhelming, right? So the point of it is to, like, oh, Vanessa, I'll get to you soon. I'm so sorry. I'm not seeing all the super chats. I apologize, everybody. So when you're like developing your practice, you want to find what works for you, what puts you in the energy, because it's not about doing these things to do them. It's about doing them because they put you into the energy of naturally, fuck yeah. Like, it puts you into the energy of your ideal self, essentially, is the best way to say it, without you having to try. Like, meditation does a ton of different things to help you, gets you into the energy of your ideal self. Scripting, lots of benefits, gets you into the energy of your ideal self. Yoga works your body out, makes mental body connection. There's meditation there as well. And if you're doing it the proper way, it probably helps you get into the energy of your ideal self. Breath work is going to help you heal and transform and get you into the energy of your ideal self. You see, the point of it is not what you do, it's what gets you there. But I will say, to me, that meditation is non-negotiable, because meditation gets you there, puts you into the energy of your ideal self, helps you stay there. I get so much information. I make all kinds of connections. I just get these crazy downloads when I meditate. So I've said before, it's like watching like the coolest movie ever. Meditation's amazing. You're in your ideal vibration. Obviously. Scripting does the same thing. Scripting is you literally writing out how you want your world to go. I do that every day. And then, like I said, it's all about maintaining the energy or the ideal of what you want. So how can you do that? What works for you? And it is trial and error, but I would say start scheduling your day. Start with meditation, and fit in the stuff that works for you and the stuff that makes you feel good and puts you into the energy that you want to be in. And then that's the stuff you want to stick to. Malachi, did you not go to the beach? I'm sorry I didn't text you earlier. I was getting ready. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have been able to go anyways because I'm sitting here. And I think it's like overcast today. Okay. Let me see. Okay. What is going on with my super chats? I need to see Vanessa's. There you go. Vanessa, hi. Okay. Vanessa says, I noticed I've been struggling with waves of doubt and anxiety lately. Any advice how to keep persisting even when I feel resistance? Okay, sorry. So what I heard in my head, I'm just going to tell you what it said. You're being called to a higher energetic level and you're not going. And that's why it sucks where you're at. Does that make sense? You need to step up your game about in regards to your practice. I'm hearing the word complacency, and Vanessa and I have had several sessions together, so I know Vanessa. So I'm not like I'm literally thinking about you and I'm hearing things that they're telling me stuff. Okay. So I'm just getting downloads for you. So complacency, I think what happens is you do really good when you commit yourself, but then you kind of like, as time goes on, either you're not moving your story forward with the manifestation or you're getting too caught up in the 3D looking for fill in the blank. And sorry if I didn't like the fill in the blank. I didn't like it. Oh my God, hold on. The transmission just stopped. Give me a second. Okay. So whatever I was saying that, and you need to, yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you get a little complacent with your practice and you need to be constantly like, you got to keep yourself at an energetic minimum. I don't know why I'm seeing, I'm just going to try to explain what I'm seeing in my head. I'm seeing like a thermometer, but not because of temperature, but because of percent, like amount. So a percentage. So I'm seeing 100% and the 50% mark. And then I'm seeing something pointing to 70%. That's where you need to be. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this means. You need to raise your energy to 70%. You need to go 70% in your practice. You're not doing enough. Does that make sense? Tell me this makes any fucking sense. Okay, I'm waiting on Vanessa. Okay, she said, "Yes, totally, definitely makes so much sense. I've been feeling complacent." Okay, yeah. It just came through super clear for you. It just was like complacent, not doing enough. Because you're really powerful and you sorry, I keep seeing these images that are not like totally okay, I'm just gonna have to say what I'm trying to say. You're really it's like you're really good. Like for example, like when we do coaching, you're really good for a minute, like you're pew, and then like kind of dies off. The momentum kind of like drops off. There's like a steep drop off. So I'm getting this visual of somebody shooting an arrow, pew, and it just doesn't go very far. And then you're having to like walk over to the arrow and then pick it back up and then like pew and shoot it. And you keep wanting to go really far, but it doesn't go very far. It just kind of goes short and it falls short. And right now it's like you're refusing to I don't know, humility. I don't know why humility is the word. To have the humility of picking it up and keeping it going when it doesn't land as far as you wanted it to the first time. But like, how do I say this? If you're trying to throw a ball 1,000 feet and you're okay. Sorry, this analogies. You're trying to throw a ball 1,000 feet. And so you think you have to throw it one throw 1,000 feet. But in reality, you could throw it 1 foot 1,000 times because nobody gives a fuck. So you're throwing it, expecting it to go 1,000 yards, and it doesn't. And you're like, oh man, look at my fucking football, man. It won't even go. It's not even going where it's supposed to go. But really, you just kind of need to walk your happy ass out there, pick it up and throw it again. And if that happened the next time, then you just keep doing it and like baby step that motherfucker to the end goal. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Vanessa, okay, he said you always channel and going through. Okay, good, because I don't know what those were. I don't know what those were. Those are for you. Oh, Tiffany's resonating. Oh, the arrow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad it's resonating because and usually it's been a while since we've had mindset. So a lot of times I notice like my analogies will get backed up. Like it's like they line up at the door. And then if I don't open the door, they just wait there till I do. And then so it just more and more and more line up. And then when I open the door, they like come flooding through. So it's just like a lot of like all these fucking like crazy images after another. Okay. Somebody I saw a super chat. It's Chris. Is it Chris Day or is it Krista E? I can't tell. And is this? Let me make sure this is the super chat I'm supposed to be reading. I think so. Okay. It's Krista E or it's Chris Day. I'm not sure. Okay, let me see what Vanessa said here. Also been definitely caught up in the 3D way too much. I also definitely lose momentum, like you said, and I can't seem to figure out how to keep it steady. That ball analogy is spot on. Okay, yeah. So if keeping it steady is not your forte, then who cares? Steady is not required, as long as you pick it up when it falls, right? If we can't do steady right now, then at least we got to pick it back up when it falls every time. So elevate your practice to 70%, whatever the hell that means to you. Increase the 50% was significant. So I feel like maybe you're doing 50%. So I want you to elevate 20%, go up 20% in your practice, do 20% more to put yourself into where you're supposed to be, energy wise. And then it'll be easier to fight. If you have doubts, you can't fight your doubts when you're already down, right? It's like you're too much. But when you're above them, they're like, whatever. Fuck you, doubt. Nice try, bitch. Lucky Libra Danny says your ball and sport analogies crack me up. Yeah, because you can tell I don't do sports at all. And so it's funny when it's a sport analogy because that doesn't come from me. Like it's not me at all because I don't know fucking sports. So it's like, what am I even trying to explain here? I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, it's Krista E or it's Krista. Somebody tell me. Nope, she doesn't want to tell me. She wants to keep it a secret forever. Okay. Says, I'm trying to manifest confidence with my height, but I keep getting people in 3D reminding me of being short. I feel insecure about it, more insecure than before. Yeah, it makes sense. You're getting tests and you're failing them with love. You're getting tests and you're failing them. I'm trying to manifest confidence with my height, but I keep getting people in 3D reminding me, telling me I'm short. The universe is trying to get you to be convinced that you're tall and you are not. So convince yourself that you're tall. When someone tells you you're short, you're like, to who? Shaq? Everyone's short to Shaq. I'm not worried about that. I'm 5'8" and I would be short as shit next to Shaq. So, and the point is that you have to keep the story going. It's not the three. Okay, hold on. This wants to come out right here. This is for everybody. Ooh, and she's spicy. I'm just gonna let you guys know real fast before I say this. Please just be forewarned. It is not the 3D reality's job to convince you of your fucking reality. It's your job. It's your job to be convinced of it. It is not the 3D reality's job to do the convincing for you. And if that's what you're looking for, that's why you don't have what you want. And that's for everybody in here, not just you, Krista. Sorry, it's snappy, but it's true. Stop looking for the 3D reality to validate what you are doing. You're doing it. It's not the 3D reality. The 3D reality is a byproduct of what you're doing. So if you're looking to the 3D reality to convince you, to show you, to validate you, you're not getting it. Because the 3D reality gets it from you. The 3D reality, the validation you're looking for from the 3D reality, it comes from you. The 3D reality gets it from you. You want to be at the validation party? Well, guess what? Validation is knocking on your door ahead of time to pick up the cake and bring it to the party. I don't know what the fuck. I'm seeing these weird analogies and I don't know how to verbalize them. You're like, it's like you're throwing your own surprise party. You know? Boy. Oh boy. Should I just throw an ad down? I'm just kidding. YouTube really wants me to fucking just throw an ad on you guys right now. Get out of here. It'd be a really good time to put an ad in your live stream. Oh, shit. So, when someone calls you short, thank you, I am tall. You don't have to say it out loud. You just say it in your mind. You're right, I am tall. I am a really tall motherfucker. Or something. You have to be convinced of your height, not the 3D reality, and stop looking for them to validate it for you because it'll never work. Okay. Thank you for letting me yell at you, and I apologize for yelling. It's Chris Day. Oh, and you're going to be changing to do vlogs? Yeah. Remind me that when you do change it, remind me that it's Chris Day. Okay. You feel scared to tell people they're wrong. Okay, you don't have to tell them they're wrong, but you do it up here. Like, you don't have to say it out loud. It's none of their business. It's nobody's business what you're doing with your thoughts. It's nobody's business what you're doing with your manifestation. It's nobody's business what your desires are. So keep it shit to yourself and just say what you want to say in your head because nobody can fucking do anything about it. They can't hear it. They can't change it. They have no clue what's going on. So let them say whatever the hell they want to say in the 3D because it's an illusion and we're not tricked by illusions. And we're going to stand strong through all of it and maintain our story. Okay, Maya, thank you for the super chat, says, when my man is randomly doing this disappearing thing once a week, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even have to read the next. Okay. Every time I say I'm not even going to read it, I usually regret saying that. But I will say this before even reading the rest of it, I can already tell you this disappearing thing. The what? The excuse me? I've never heard of that. The who? Never. Not my man. Never. Houdini? Fine. That's not my husband, so I'm not worried about that. Like, I would nip that shit out right in the bud right now. That does not belong in your vocabulary ever again, period. No more. Not in the story at all. The what thing that he does, the really kind, doting, caring, respectful thing he does, that's what I thought you said. So, blah, blah, blah. What is that from? It's from you. Okay, so this is why I said I should have read the rest of it, because I should have read the rest of it, which says, when you explain no calls or answering, returning my calls for a day, sometimes two. What is that from? What can I do to change it? What is it from? Well, it's from two things. I always tell people this. Your SP situation is twofold. One, the underlying BS that you got from your parents and your exes and your crushes and friends and peers and everybody that put you down and all the worst things that you've experienced. That's the underlying stuff. This is the way that people come to you. Then you have the surface level thing that you do every time you affirm it. When you call it that thing that he does, that also. So you have two things happening at once. This is everybody's SP thing always going on. You have your underlying problems that you're manifesting, that you manifest in all the people that you manifest. All people, like everybody fills some sort of role that we have written for people in our lives, right? They come through like funnels. So the SP is going to do the things that SPs do, blanks do. I was gonna say men, but I didn't mean to genderize it. But like sometimes it's all blanks do this, like that kind of stuff. Like men are cheaters, that kind of stuff. It's those things. It's the assumptions that you have about like the gender at large, or the people at large, the collective at large. And then obviously all the things you've experienced, they have to fit through that mold because it's your frame of reference for reality. Then once they're here, once they're here, then you affirm, oh yeah, they're doing that thing. Oh, there they go doing that. I thought they were gonna, that's just like I thought. Oh, there they go doing another thing. That's you keeping it going. That's you not changing it. So your underlying stuff is changeable, but not if you're constantly affirming it, right? So it's those two things. So what do you do to change it is to start considering your person differently. Erase this idea that they do this blah, 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 blah thing once a week. You mean the thing where they bring you flowers once a week? That's pretty cool. Like, you got to change the way you're talking about it. And when they're not communicating with you, what do you mean? I thought they communicate all the time. I thought you had such a great relationship. You're so connected. They love talking to you. They call you every day. They're always interested in what's going on with you. They always reach out to you. You're the first person they think of, blah, 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 all that stuff. You have to keep that story going. And clearly you're not. So what do you mean? What is that from? How do I change it? You know what to do. Stop telling that story. Get a hold of your reactions in the 3D and don't let it fool you. This is your reality. Oh, I like Shantae just said, we're basically playing pretend all the time for now. We see a 3D reaction and pretend that something else happens. Then shortly after, the 3D plays it back the way you imagined it. Exactly. You just got to grit your teeth. Everything is working out for me. You really just kind of like grit your teeth and get through it. Knowing that it's going to come out in your favor, even if it looks like the worst thing in the world, because that's what makes the energy shift. Okay, Krista, good. Okay, thanks for letting me yell at you. Sorry that comes out like that. It's all love, I promise. Okay. Okay, Bree. Bree says, okay, thank you for the super chat. Again with SP, he broke up with me because of my overattachment and even now tells me I need him too much. I know. I told you that. I can tell off of 2 sentences. No offense. It's just obvious. It's so obvious to me. I don't know you. That's the first sentences I've ever read from you. It's that obvious to me. Imagine what it's like for the universe. The actual mirror. I'm a stranger on the internet reading 2 sentences of your story, and it's blatantly obvious to me there. Of course, your 3D reality looks the way it does. The universe can't bring you anything except what you're doing with your thoughts. There's no other source for reality for you. Okay. So he's been with me through trauma, so now how to let go. Okay, so here's my question for you. Do you want to be with this person, or are you trying to move on? Or are you, it's got to be this person or nothing? Just curious, because that'll shape like where you go next. And then as you're typing, I'm just going to pop back to Maya, because Maya said, just wondering if it was self-concept or how I was seeing him or the story. Yeah, all the above, all of it. It's all of it. Because, okay, so think about self-concept is like, self-concept isn't just like your self-esteem. It's how you think the world gets delivered to you. It's what you think is possible. It's like, it's the, I came from nothing and blah, blah, blah. I've had to work for everything I have. People never like me. I'm the black sheep. I've had a hard life. Stuff like that, which obviously is self-concept too, but it's like that permeates how the world interacts with you and comes to you. And it spreads all over your life. So, make sure you understand that the self concept is like the self. It's not just the I am Roxy and I am cool. It's my awareness is creating earth. All of this. I am conceptualizing my own 3D reality. It's way bigger than it feels, right? Like self-concept. It's much bigger than that. So look beyond, like, if you think you're great, cool, that's awesome. But like, do you think the world thinks you're great too? Do you think that relationships work out for you? Do you think that your man is head over heels for you? Or do you think he's out doing some crazy shit on the weekend and not talking to you? Like, you can feel confident and love you. I talk to so many people who are outwardly like stunningly beautiful. I think a lot of you guys will probably be, sometimes I'm shocked at how beautiful my clients are. I'm just like, dang. And they still have SP problems. The outside has nothing to do with it. This is all internal stuff. So, you can be extremely, exceedingly beautiful on the outside, even know that you're beautiful and still think I'm beautiful. And I have all this problem with the blah, 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 or whatever. So, I'm sorry. My words are coming out so clearly today, as you can tell. Okay. Bree says, I do want to be with this person, but I just think that my over-attachment and self-esteem issues, like I'm not enough for him, has pushed him away. Okay. And then you said, so I feel like the only way I can be with him is if I let go. But I don't know how to because I've been attached to him for literal years. Plus, it doesn't help that he's the first person I truly fell in love with. Have been there for me through so much. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop you because you're going on and on again. You're doing the thing where you're like, oh, but this, which with love, there's no pity points. It doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? If you're not talking about it in the present tense of how great your connection is, shut the fuck up about it because you're making it worse. Okay? So, and with love. So first off, stop calling yourself over-attached. Like, remember if you've been here through the twin flame we talked about earlier, someone asked me what my opinion on twin flame is. Hey, Aquarian. Twin flame, I don't like it because the twin flame has a really negative connotation. And when you call something a twin flame, you know that it means toxic, intense, crazy, blah, all this up and down shit that is not good, when you can just call it an intense, deep soul connection, right? So I want you to disassociate yourself from having this over attachment and stop saying that about yourself, because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I'm attached. I'm overly attached. I have an over attachment. It causes me to be over attached. Someone calls me over attached. So I feel I'm over, like, it's like a snake eating its own tail. So, and your self-esteem issues, like I'm not enough for him, has pushed him away. That's 100% right. It definitely has, but that doesn't mean that needs to continue, because the second you stop letting yourself think these thoughts, which I can tell you don't have discipline over your thoughts. I can just tell by the way you're typing, right? So the discipline over your thoughts is going to be really important for you, because your thoughts are just like, they're like the ponies are out of the stable and they're just running wild in the pasture. So we need to wrangle them up, and they need to be kept in a tight pen, and they're only allowed to think these thoughts. You're going around the track and you're thinking the track thoughts. You're going around the track and you're thinking the track thoughts. I'm going around the track and I'm catching the rabbit. I'm going around the track and I'm catching the rabbit. I'm going around the track and I'm catching the rabbit. That's all the ponies are allowed to fucking think. They're not out in the pasture thinking, I wonder what that other fucking horse is doing over there next to my SP. You know, whatever, like my SH. My SH. Look at that 3H over there talking to my SH. So oh my god. Any hoodles. Wrangle the fucking ponies. Don't let yourself think these thoughts, because whether they have been true in the past, whether that's the reality you've manifested before, who cares? You're always new. The moment's always new. You're always manifesting the next thing. So if you can get a hold on yourself and the thoughts that are in the way now, then you can affect the future, which is all that fucking matters. Whatever happened in the past is irrelevant, except that it's a learning experience and showing us what we don't want anymore. So let's not do that stuff. Let's not think those thoughts, because special horse, because let's not think those thoughts, because those thoughts equated in this reality, and I don't fucking like this reality. So I'm not going to allow myself to like listen, here's the deal. Your attachment thoughts and your I'm not good enough thoughts created this thing right now. If you want out of this thing, those thoughts don't get to be a part of the fucking equation anymore. They had their fucking chance. We saw what they did when they were in power. We don't fucking like it. We're voting you out of office. We need a new person in there, okay? So change up the story and then sell yourself on it. You have to commit yourself to the story, even in the 3D, okay? So letting go is not about, it's not about saying, okay, I don't have to be with you. It's about saying, okay, my well-being is more important than me chasing you. Understand the distinction. It is not saying, okay, I'm going to give up on my thing and I don't get them. It's saying, I'm going to prioritize my own goddamn self because I need to show you how to do it. I'm going to prioritize myself. I'm going to make me the number one show in town. And when I'm the number one show in town, everyone's got to buy a ticket, including SP. Okay. So let them feel the heat of you living out your ideal self, your ideal life. It doesn't, you're not looking for them. I promise. You're looking for you satisfied. So create that now so that they can come through easily. Okay. Shit that brings me joy. 360 method. Okay. And then what are the odds? Hold on. XH. Oh, XH. You mean ex-husband? I was like, did you really, your ex? Because we were talking about the horse. So I thought it was really funny that my ex, not that you, sorry. I'm going to shut the fuck up and continue on. SG says, thank you for the super chat, SG. Says, you hit every question I had. Lovely weekend with my now exemplary teen. Thank you. Yay. Proud of you. That's so awesome. And I love it too, because whether or not your teen is displaying exemplary behavior is irrelevant. You have an exemplary teen. I don't know the fucking difference. It's none of my goddamn business. You have an exemplary teen, and whether you have one in front of your eyes right now or one's coming down the line, both are true, right? So congratulations for that. And thank you very much. Jennifer Mann says, help with letting go. SP is my ex-husband, want my family back together, and sometimes have a hard time letting go of that desire. Miss my kids and all of us together all the time. Again, same thing. Letting go does not mean giving up. Like, I wish, Leanne, can you? Letting go does not mean giving up. Can you put that on something? We need to talk about this because this is a comment. Like, I see a lot of people afraid to let go of their SP because they think it's them literally throwing it away. Okay, I guess I don't get this fucking thing I've always wanted. This is what I don't understand. When does anybody in manifestation ever say, well, that's not true? When have I ever said, let them go and you're not going to get it? It's okay if you don't get it. Like, that's not what I'm saying. My point is saying, get rid of the need for it so it can come to you. I know I'm having I'm having a very easy time articulating myself and what I want to say. My sentences are coming out very clear today. And I'm able to express what I mean to say very well today. So naturally it's making a lot of sense what I'm saying to you. But like when do I ever sit up here and say, sorry, you better give up on that. You're just going to have to give up and not get it. That's never the fucking rhetoric. It's always chill the fuck out. Prioritize yourself. Make this the important thing and then become magnetic to them. Stop saying they're not doing what you want to do. So, Jennifer, I love you. I'm not yelling at you. This is coming up this is multiple people's thing. There's a lot of energy coming, so it's going to be loud. We need to get this idea out of our heads that letting go means giving up or getting rid of or giving away or not having. Letting go does not mean not having. We are not talking about the balloon you lost when you were 5, okay? Letting go does not mean not having. And it's the fact that you think that makes you unable to let go, right? So you need to understand letting go is not losing out. Letting go is chilling the fuck out and stop being so goddamn needy. That's the acronym for letting go. Let go. LETGO. Calm the fuck down. You know, it's funny. It's funny to me. So, that like stop equating letting go with giving up or losing out. It is not about that. It's letting go is you stopping saying that it's not working for you. Letting go is you stopping pushing it away with your fears, worries, doubts, indulging them, putting them first, looking at what isn't around versus indulging in what is, and magnifying the feelings of gratitude so that it can be multiplied and then reflected back in your reality, right? Like, I know we've been gone from each other for 2 weeks. So that's what I'm going to say. We've been gone for 2 weeks and had to stop looking for that text. That's what I'm saying. You have to you're looking for a text because you don't have anything better in your life. That's my point. Do you get my point? If you had a bunch of shit going on, the text would be irrelevant. Or if you had stuff that actually fulfilled you, the text would be irrelevant. And that's my point I'm trying to make, is that you're making it like everything is about how you don't have what you want, and that's why you don't have it. So you need to start indulging in what you do have. Be in the energy of have. Be in the energy of having. Be in the energy of having more than enough. Loving your life. Because constantly looking at what's wrong and how you don't want it and how blah, 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 is why you don't have it. That's the reason. When you wake up and you're like, man, I don't have a text, you just prevented yourself from getting tomorrow's text. That's what I mean by shut the fuck up about it. Like, so you need to stop looking for that. You have to fill your day with something else. Meditate first thing in the morning. Are you meditating first thing in the morning, Jennifer, with love? I know I'm yelling at you and I don't mean to. Oh, that's a funny super chat. And I was thinking about him when I was saying that stuff. Oh, that's funny. Sana said, just woke up right on time. Yep, you just came right in time to be screamed at. Jennifer says, yes, I get your point. I have so much going on. I do love my life for sure. I guess I miss the family unit so much, even with a ton of great things going on. Sorry, my comedian wants to come out. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. I love you so much. I'm about to say because it sounds funny to me. You miss your family unit so much, and you also miss the point. Why are you still talking about what you're missing? You said you get it, and then you prove that you don't with love, right? I'm sorry. I mean, because I want you to get it. I want you to have your happy family unit, but you're never going to have it if you keep talking about missing it. You don't miss something that's in your face all the time. You don't miss something that's always around you. If you miss your family unit, I guess you don't have one, do you? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, I want you to get it. Thank you. Okay. Emery says, came just in time to get yelled at. Yep. Hey, Jinx, hello. Okay, so Jennifer says, and sometimes wonder if I'm too available for him. Yes, you are, 100%. And I only know this because I always tell someone, if you have to ask, you already know the answer. If you wonder if you're too available, bitch, you already know. You're too available. You said he gets to have me sometimes, and I always say yes because I love to be with him. Okay. It's not about the fact, like, listen, we all want you to have it, is like, we want it for you so bad, but you have to create. Sorry, my stomach's growling and I'm distracted. You have to create. All right, you have to create the container with which you want to pour your love into. You're pouring your love into a container that's either full of holes or not the container you want it to be in, right? Like like a toilet is a container, but so is like a nice glass bottle or a vase or a decanter. I don't know, but do you see my point? Is that you're pouring your love into something that's not good enough for you. The story does not work. The story is my family unit's destroyed. I wish I had it. I'm sad because I don't. I wonder how. I'm giving him when blah, blah, blah. And then you're pouring all of your energy into that. And that's why it sucks. So pick a different container and then start pouring. Create a new container and then start pouring. Again, shit that brings me joy. Create a life you actually want to live and then pour your love into that life. And you will see love reflected back to you. But I'm telling you, Jennifer, like, you are okay. And I'm only saying this because it's been at least a month since you joined the specific person workshop, right? And before you joined, I remember you coming through with your questions. So it's probably been, I'm going to say the minimum 6 weeks, and your story hasn't changed at all. So just let that, I'm just going to hold that mirror up for you right now and just leave it on that. Okay. So jinx. That's my new shirt. It's, a toilet is a container. Oh God. Shantae says, I feel like sharing. I'm doing the 360 method and I'm feeling so much better. Now that I'm not indulging my 3D, I'm already feeling a sense of relief. My body, my mind, and my energy all feels lighter. Yay, Shantae, I love you. Thanks so much. I got a screen cap. Okay. Gonna need that one. Yay. You guys are so funny. Okay, Crimson. I think that's the I saw this, Christopher. Thank you. Oh wait, no, okay. Elizabeth. I see Elizabeth. Yeah, okay. Elizabeth says, again, let's do last call for super chats, please. Elizabeth says, my SP is great when he's around, but due to his own mental battles, me being his first relationship and being afraid, he tends to disappear a lot. Any affirmations you'd recommend? He knows I support him. Yeah. Because I'll tell you this right now. Here's the affirmations you're using to describe him. He has mental battles. This is his only relationship. He's afraid. He disappears a lot. Those are the affirmations you're using to describe your person. That's why they're like that. And I don't know if you were here earlier when I talked about how there's always two things going on with your SP. There's the underlying thing that people, how do I say this? We all have a filter with which people have to come through. So people are always filtered through our perception of reality. So the idea of what partners, relationships, again, it could be men. I don't always want to genderize it, but sometimes some people do have concepts about gender, right? So if you have a concept about gender or specific genders, there's that involved. All the past relationships that you've had, your parents, their relationships, all of that gets tied into how people show up for you in their lives. That's only part one of it, though. The second part is every single affirmation and agreement and judgment that you make about them. And I don't mean judging them in a negative way. I just mean like, oh, they're like this. Oh, he's mental battles. And I'm not saying he doesn't in the 3D. I'm sure he does because you've already manifested it. But if you want it to change, all of that stuff is irrelevant. You have to start telling a different story. You're so glad that he's mentally healthy. He's mentally safe. I'm just going to make things up. I don't mean to judge. I'm just going to say some random things that are going to be the literal opposite of what you wrote here. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even this is not hard. You look at the things you say and then say the opposite. He's mentally fit. He's mentally healthy. He's taking care of himself mentally. I'm so proud of him. He's doing better every single day. This may be his first relationship, but dang, does he know how to treat me? He treats me so well. We have such a great connection. He loves to be around me. He's afraid to be with me. Whoa, sorry. Hold on. I was reading that one. He's comforted to be with me. He loves to be around me. He might be afraid to be around other people or whatever, might have social anxiety around other people, but I don't even notice because with me, He's talkative, he's present, he's around, he's always there. And I love the relationship that we have. We have such a great connection, right? He's always there for me. He always shows up. I can count on him. Da, 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 da. It's just the opposites of what you're saying and experiencing. And like, okay, let me try to verbalize this another way too. This is another thing that I see with people a lot. And these are like nuances. This is why I want to start teaching these different courses, because there's so much nuance that's happening with manifestation. We all already know the fucking basics. So people think that like he has mental battles, he does these things, and I have to manifest this out of, he's like that. That's what he did it at, whatever he is. When in reality, there was one split second, one snapshot of reality where they came through. I don't even want to say neutrally, because they're coming through your filter anyways, but they came through at just a neutral point of just, there they are, they popped into your reality. From the second after they pop, every idea that you have about them, fear, worry, doubt, insecurity, blah, 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 you are creating them from that moment forward. There's only one, and I say this about manifestation too. There's only one split, tiny fraction snapshot, snaption or fraction. Oh my God, snaption. Fraction or snapshot of reality that's like neutral before you come in and start putting your own spin on it and recreating it in your own way. So you have always been controlling how your SP behaves and acts. Every one of you. Excuse me. Doesn't matter how long it's been. Doesn't matter how out of control you feel with them. Doesn't matter how much you think they have their own mind. You have been controlling everything they do from the second you fucking met them. So, do something different with your thoughts. As again, it's always that. Change the way you're talking about them. Change the way you're reacting. 360 method, awareness and discipline. Hope that makes sense. Sorry for the fiery energy today, guys. It's not me. Okay. I'm like deflecting. I am deflecting. Fuck it. All right. Crimson, thank you for the super chat. And last call for super chats says, hi, I have business ideas because I want to quit my job. It's very, okay. I have business ideas because I want to quit my job. It's very tiring. Oh, wait. Okay. But when I get home from work, I have no energy. And the only thing I want to do is rest and do nothing on my project. Help. Okay. Very common. I understand that. That's like, I was going through the same thing when I was building this business. And I had to be real honest, I had to quit my job. I started the 30 days of alignment. Let's say I'm trying to think of the timeline. I quit my job like at the third week of July. And I had started the 30 days of alignment the first day of June. This is 2019. So from doing 30 days of alignment, and as you know, like I started 30 days and I've kind of just never stopped. So 30 days, June 1st to let's say July 23rd or something like that. Like I said, the third week of July. That time frame, I was working on myself diligently every single day, staying in the mind frame, watching my thoughts, watching my reactions. And that's how long it took me to get the nerve up to quit my job. And not just that, but it also was like I was putting together that lead magnet. It's a lead magnet for business. I was putting that together. And so I was creating that. I was conceptualizing. I was changing my thoughts about what I was doing, but I also didn't have time to work on it really because I was working full time. So, my advice is not to quit your job, but it is a revenue stream, right? And maybe there are some things that you can do to, maybe like going to bed earlier and like spending time on your business on the weekend or something, or devoting 1 hour after you get off work every day to doing your business so that it's like not too overwhelming, but you're going to be able to make some progress. Or again, like, 2.5 hours on the weekend days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm just making things up so that you have 5 hours a week, whatever. That's 5 hours a week that you could be working towards your business. And also it's very emotionally draining to work in a place that you don't want to be, especially when you have like something on your heart that you want to do. And I know that because I went through it myself. So like I had to boost myself up really high to be able to work, because I knew that the energy I was in while I was at work was preventing me from being able to quit, because I like hated it so much that I was just swirling in the negativity of the job, which was keeping me there. So I would meditate right before work. I would listen to healing tones all day. I would be reciting my affirmations over and over. I would take walks on my breaks. Well, I had to take walks. I would walk my dogs, but I would go outside and walk my dogs. And then when I would go outside, I would do affirmations while I was walking. And so it was like, my thing was like, this job isn't going to get me to affirm something negative about my reality ever again. Ever again. You already get 8 hours of my time a day. You're not getting my negative thoughts. So I really had to like be very, very, very diligent about what I thought during the day. And this is where my 360 method developed, was like, I changed my fucking life by picking my thoughts. And we're here now, and we're still going. So change the way you're talking about it. You feel invigorated. You love what you're doing. You're so well paid. You're in alignment with your highest calling. You're 100% self-sufficient. All the money you make comes from your products and services. Your ideas are coming to fruition. You're so excited. You have so much time in your day to work on your business. You have more and more time. Time is on your side. Time expands for you. Everything's falling into place. Everything's working out for you. Yada, yada, yada. Like, you want to really change the energy and what you're talking about. It starts with the language. Start with what you're saying about work first, and allow that momentum to build. And then you'll start, like, as that actually manifests and begins to show up in your reality, you will have more time. You will see that it is possible for you. And you're doing the work of convincing yourself, which is the actual block. It's not really the time. It's not really the job. It's your thoughts about it. And you're slowly chipping away at those as you're cycling these affirmations through and committing yourself to this idea. So you really are going to have more ideas. You really are going to have more time. Time really will expand for you, because time is an illusion. So it just really benefits to get a hold of your thoughts, keep them on track, get them focused, only say things that benefit you. And then if you can work more time in your schedule, great. If you can't, at the very least, stop saying that you can't. Oh, okay. Is that the last super chat? Because I feel spent. Is that the last one? Tell me that's the last one. I felt it. All right. I felt it. Yeah. Close it. Okay. Woo, the gate's closing, y'all. Sorry. I could feel that energetically. That was the last one. All right. Okay. Oh, fudge. Okay, sorry. There's one more. Maya, I'm so sorry, Maya. I skipped you. And I'm going to open the gate back up. Hold on. Okay, we got Maya. We got one more question from Maya. And I'm sorry for skipping you. I don't know why the super chats were weird today. Wait, I don't even see Maya's. I just see Leanne. Okay. Help with homelessness and instability, story and affirmation. Got you, Crimson. Thank you. Is that the whole question? How did I miss this? Where did this come through? Maya. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh gosh. Help with homelessness and instability, story and affirmations. Okay. Okay. What I'm hearing is that the homelessness is a result of fear. And it's also because of pattern and experience. But the instability, like, I don't know your story, but I would bet like 99%, 100. I was gonna say 100. No, I'm 99% sure that you had some sort of instability in your home life as a child, because this is like where the shit comes from. So, we have to like look at the source of it and locate what types of fears, worries, doubts, expectations, beliefs, and maybe survival techniques that you put in place to Maya says it was only $1.99, so I couldn't write much. Does it give you less room if you pay less money? Is that a thing? That's so if that's a thing, that's new with the thing them telling me to put a commercial in there. They did something, they've done something. I'm pretty sure that there's never been a cap on how much you can type based on how much you super chat. That's crazy. That's news to me, but I've been gone for 2 weeks. Okay, so, that's fucking weird. So, so yeah, Maya, so, like, the fears, worries, doubts, the methods of coping, the survival techniques that you, um developed as a child to or whenever, you first started experiencing instability, um, whenever you started experiencing that, that's where you should look to find what kind of core beliefs, um you said no instability. My parents had emotional instability, but they were both stable. Girl, you you double negative, girl. I didn't say it had to be physical instability. You straight up said instability. Yeah. Oh my god. Ah! My toenail! Oh my god. Oh my god. My husband paints my toenails, everybody, just so you know, because I can't because of these. We have been repainting my big toenail on my right foot. It's probably like the 4th time since last night. And I just fucking messed it up. Good. I'm so glad that happened. What the fuck are we talking about? Okay. Okay, Maya. Yeah, with love, babe. Emotional instability is instability, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Instability in your youth, it does not matter if it's physical or not, it's gonna create some emotion, some He said, "LOL, oops." But you get my point. You straight up said your parents had emotional instability. That is why, as fucking weird as it is, and it's not their fault, it's just, they were dealing with their own stuff just like we are now. But their emotional instability is why you're dealing with this right now because you were shown that life during your sponge years. Oh, you're laughing at my toenail. Either way, whatever. Get gel polish. I don't like doing gel polish on my regular nails because I feel like it's more damaging than like acrylic because they file your shit down every time, and then my nails get super thin, and I don't like having them super thin, and then you like have to have the gel in order for your nails to not be paper thin. All right, I need to focus on I'm answering Maya's question. I keep getting distracted. So Maya, your fears around survival, having enough, more than enough, being able to, will there be enough? Can I? All of the uncertainty about your situation. Like I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'll just tell you like your uncertainty in your ability to remain stable is why you don't remain stable because you don't have the certainty of it, and that literally can come from your sentences, but you have to watch out for every time you're afraid it's going to fall apart, worried that it is, calling yourself this, calling this, like there's so much going on, um like on so many different levels that you have to watch out for it because the story is going to be recreating their emotional instability has now manifested in physical instability in your world, and I'm going to go on a limb and say there's probably some emotional instability within you as well. No judges, we all have it, right? But it's usually not in just one place. So my advice to you is to, like, this is not something we can solve on one question, and I definitely want you to come back next week and we'll talk about it, but you really need to be paying attention to when you're like exhibiting your fear. And when are you and worry, doubt, insecurity, all that. Like anything that's like, I don't know how I'm gonna live. This isn't safe. I don't know how. I don't know where this is gonna come from. I wish I had this. This isn't this way. All of those kind of thoughts that aren't, I know where it's coming from. It's gonna be here. It always is. I'm always safe. There's always a roof over my head. I'm always taken care of, no matter I'm like you want to replace all that uncertainty and worry and doubt with certainty. And and assurance of what you want with your words, because it all comes from the words. So I hope I was able to explain that right. Like I said, the language today has been interesting for me, so I apologize. I am moving a stool. Okay, all right. What will our homework be? You're right, Leanne. What will our homework be? Okay, first of all, I just want to remind everybody, I am going to get rid of one-on-one coaching. I'm not going to have it available after July 31st. So starting August 1st, mostly when you're spending money. Yep. So be very careful about those money thoughts while you're spending it, because like whether you're spending the money or not, you're spending it. Like if you're spending the money, you're already spending it. So why don't you think something better than and then think like, yeah, or sleeping in your car. Yeah. So you have to be like, when you're sleeping in your car, it's, I love my house. I'm so warm in my bed. I'm so glad I have somewhere to stay. I have the best house. I'm so proud of myself. Or I'm self-sufficient. I have my own place. I love where I live. I live in the most beautiful place ever. You need to be really, really hammering in the correct or the chosen ideals. The fears come when I have no money or when I spend money. Yeah. So it's fine that they come, but you need to do something about them. You need to acknowledge them and redirect them. So yeah, okay. So Leanne, thank you for putting the reminders in here. First reminder, one-on-one coaching is going away. I'll have it available until July 31st, and then I'm moving into a group coaching model. I'm very excited. It's going to allow us to really dive deep into what's going on at play with our manifestations. It's going to help you learn from other people, and it's going to help you make connections that you can't make on your own. So I'm really excited about the new direction that we're taking. Then the next thing, Leanne says, also a reminder about our live Mindset Monday broadcast at Disneyland. If you want to join us, there's a link here in the chat, and we're doing Disneyland September 12th. That is a Monday. It is Disneyland in Anaheim, California. And there's roxytalks.com/forum. There's a Disneyland post. You can get the details, or Leanne also linked in the chat here. Sierra Brown says group coaching. That sounds so much fun. It is group. I love our group coaching sessions. They're like really fun, and seeing everyone's progress is like you feed off of each other. So it like accelerates the practice or the progress. Jinx, you're so sweet. I love Jinx. Jinx says, I lived in battered women's shelters as a kid and in cars. You can do this, Maya. You can, Maya. We have your back. And I hope I didn't come off as like flippant or disregarding your story. It's just that like, no matter what your story is, cool, great, fine, let's change it because you can manifest that. Like there's no story that is too dire. There's nothing that is too far gone. We can fucking change it, period. So we need to just approach it that way. Yes, and Disneyland is definitely still happening. Are you coming? You're in LA, right? Yeah, you got it. You're coming. Okay. Bree says, so I downloaded the 30 Days of Alignment Challenge and I'm already struggling with day one. I love me some drama and sci-fi to make me happy. Okay. I get you, but be careful because that shit soaks in your mind. Like for me, when I watch, like, for example, when I watch Stranger Things, I hate that show because it's so good that I can't stop fucking thinking about it. And like I dream about it. It consumes my fucking life. It's like all I think about. And then I'm thinking about these fucking monsters and all these. And then like last night we started watching The Boys, and that damn show is so good and it's so gory and so violent and so fucked up. And it's just like it's getting in there. Even if you're just watching it, it is soaking in. And if you're trying to make drastic changes, going a month without that shit is not going to fucking hurt you. You know, there's sci-fi that you can find that's not going to be like negative, right? And I get the drama. I get drama too. So maybe like something like The Circle is like, it gives you that the dramatic fix, but it's like overall a positive and like heartwarming show. And also me and Dina are obsessed with it. So if you watch The Circle and we can talk about it together because we love that show. Okay. And Somebody else talked about fear when the fear comes up. Yeah, the fear, like when your manifestations haven't come, fear is normal, and it's a conditioned kind of response, right? But like how you react is what makes the difference. How you react is what matter like determines if you change things for you going forward. So you really have to tell the 3D to shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter what's going on. I don't care how it's happening. I just know it will. I don't care how. I just know it will. And that thought is so much better and more powerful than any of the worries or the hows or how's it gonna's or I wish I had and all that stuff. Switch it to I don't care how. I just know that it is. Sierra says Stranger Things season 4 was crazy. I was shook for days. Me too. I'm still kind of shook, honestly. I'm still shook over it. I waited until we started watching it July 5th. We watched it in like 2 days, but I waited until the whole season was out because I hate how they like put 3 episodes out and then you're like on the hook for it. So I'm like, no, I'll just wait till the whole thing's out because I want to watch it all in one day, of course. And yeah, it really it's so good. It pisses me off. Like TV today is so damn good and it's so long. It just like, it like permeates my brain. Oh, Bree says I watched The Circle too. We're all in the same. Yeah, we love The Circle. I love The Circle so much. It makes me cry happy tears. This is when people start dropping off. They're like, "Oh, she's talking about TV. Let's go." Yeah, and The Boys is good, but it's so fucked up. It's just so like everybody on the show is just such a fucking piece of shit, you know? Not everybody, but like the majority of the characters are just total terrible people. Okay. TT says 100 facts. Do not watch TV while changing your life. It will confuse your imagination. I do not disagree with you there. I really don't, because there is a reason. There is a reason why day 1 of 30 days of alignment is to cut that shit out. So who Bree said you're having resistance to it, good. Cut the shit. You need it. If you have resistance, that's your cue to go towards it. Shantae says, I find myself flipping my thoughts during TV shows. Like I'd say, no, 11, your power does work. That is so funny. You're like, I'm just too consumed with thought flipping. That's amazing. Amy says, I don't care how. Needed that reminder. Yeah, I don't care how. I just know that it'll happen. And that's something that I picked up from the Amanda Frances book. I keep telling everybody that's got money issues, read Amanda Frances's book. But yeah, the I don't care how. I just know that it'll happen. That one it's from her. So, and it's a great one. It just helps push you through. Okay. Yay, Jinx, your fam's here. Okay. All right. See you soon. See you on Thursday. 360 Thursday. And oh yeah, we're supposed to do homework. Okay. I need to do a quick homework because I gotta go. I need to eat some food. Okay. Homework is resistance. What are you dreading? What are you dreading? Like, okay. I'm not going to say any names. I need to use this as an example because I don't want to call anybody out, but I need to use an example because I'm trying to articulate something. Here's your homework, and I need you to help me figure this out, how to word this, because there is somebody, did I not watch for the whole 30 days. Yeah. I mean, I watched productive content. I watched YouTube content and like positive things and listened to positive music. I really did. Because like, what's more important, watching a show or changing your fucking life? Don't you care? Don't you want the shit you want? You're worried about the shows you watch? Sorry. Okay. So the resistance, I want us to look at the resistance. What is it that we dread? What would be like the worst thing you'd have to do to get your manifestation? So the reason I'm asking this question is because there's someone we love dearly, and I'm not going to say any names, but there's somebody that they want their SP. SP lives close to them, but there's no way in hell, unless things have changed, this person would ever just go knock on this person's door and be like, bitch, what's up? Or anything. Or, hey, can we hang out? Pining over their SP who lives a block away. the worst thing in the world to them would be to reach out to their SP and make the first move. That'd be like if they knew that that's what they had to do to get their SP, that's why they still don't have them. Let's just put it that way. So I want you to think about, like, what would be terrible if you had, oh God, okay, if in order to get my manifestation, I had to do this, what would that thing be? Does that make sense? Is this coming through? I want us to try to look at our resistance, because I know we've talked about, like debunking and like making it not so big, but shit didn't work last time. So let's do it again. I want you to look at your resistance. I want you to look at the things that you dread. I want you to look at the things where it's like, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I would do anything to manifest my SP except walk my ass out my front door, go down one block and knock on theirs. That's the kind of stuff I want you to kind of look at. I don't. And then once you do that, I want you to visualize yourself doing that thing. I want you to go into like a little meditation. I want you to visualize yourself doing it and it going amazingly. Shantae. Okay. Shantae, thank you. Shantae says, whoa, I definitely know what my homework is. Damn, that made me get chills and cry. Okay. So you get your thing, whatever that thing is. I'm not sure what everybody's thing is, but this is just what's coming. I just bring you what comes up. What are you resisting the most about taking action towards your manifestation? I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Yep. What are you resisting the most about taking action towards your manifestation? What sounds like an absolute nightmare? Like, I would love that thing, but I don't want to fucking do that to get it. What's that? And then I want you to go into meditation and see yourself loving that experience. Like, not just doing it, not just having a good outcome, but being like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did that. That was the best thing I ever did. I feel so good. I'm so happy for myself. I'm so proud of myself. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. It worked. It made my manifestation happen. I'm not scared. Oh my God, I see my power now. Like, every best case scenario possible. Okay, Maya. Oh, Maya. Maya says, okay, what if it's like I would do anything to be stable except sell my body? No, Maya, it's more like I would do anything to be stable except keep my thoughts stable. You know what I mean? It's not about selling your body. It's about the fact that your thoughts are making this reality happen for you. And maybe this is the homework, is looking at what is that thing? I'm looking at, should I sell my body versus controlling my fucking thinking and overhauling my mindset? This is why we need to look at these things, right? Like, maybe it's not not everybody wants to visualize themselves doing it, but maybe they need to see that, like, why am I acting like this is my only fucking option when I'm sitting here being a creator? Why are you in a chat, Maya, with love, with knowing that you are in creation and saying that's your only option? And listen, but okay, this is what I'm asking. How does that get your manifestation? How does that get you stability? And like, okay, again, also let me just say the homework is very vague. I don't know everyone's story. I'm trying to come up with something on the fly. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm hot. I really want to go. I'm energetically spent. I'm trying to think of something that will help everybody. I don't know everyone's situation. So look at what you're saying about your life and analyze it from a fucking analytical perspective. Take yourself out of the equation and look at what you're doing with your creative process 24 hours a day. And I mean this with the utmost love and respect, and I'm sorry if this comes off rude, and I don't mean it, because I mean this with love. If you're homeless, it's because you're constantly thinking those kind of thoughts. You're in survival mode, which I understand. But said you must be overwhelmed with the 3D. Maya, I feel for you so much, right? But like the fact remains that the thoughts are making it happen over and over again. The emotional stuff, I'm not a therapist. I can't give you all the answers on how to heal what's inside of you. But what I can tell you is that if you pay attention to the feelings that match the story that you got going on, notice when they come up and switch that story, switch that story, switch that story. We're not talking about the feelings. I'm talking about the story. Switch the words. You can do anything. Everything starts from the word. Everything. Okay. So, okay. Amy says, wow, why am I thinking this is my only option? Makes sense to me. Yes. Thank you, Amy. Right. Okay. So I think what's going to happen is that this is going to be different for everybody. What I'm seeing is that, like, this is different for everybody. Like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants here with these things. Like I'm answering your questions. I hear things in my head. I say them out loud. That's like the first time I ever hear them. So for a lot of these things, you said you're constantly thinking in survival mode. That's exactly why. So you have to break that pattern. And I know it's hard when you're in it, but that thing that's like you have a bottom rung, you just don't realize it. You have a bottom rung that you'll never go below. Raise your bottom rung. How do you think this is my beautiful home in the car with the kids around you? They're in the car. You are controlling the thoughts. How do you think this is a beautiful home like this? This is a beautiful home. What do you mean how? This is a beautiful home. 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 The kids are around me, they're in the car. This is a beautiful home. It's all working out for us. It's working out for the best. It's all coming together. It's all unfolding. This is a beautiful home. I have a great home for my kids. This is working out. You have to take control. And I know I'm being harsh on you, and I'm sorry. There's emotional healing and love that needs to be done. And again, I'm sorry to be yelling at you when you need emotional healing. This is just how the information comes out. I don't know how to deliver it any else. So at some point, when is enough enough, Maya? When is enough enough? Stand up to your own thoughts. Who gives a fuck what you're experiencing right now in the 3D? Make something different for the future. It starts with your thoughts, period. Over and over and over and over again. You choose the thoughts. Do not let them choose you. That's a good place to end. I love you all. I appreciate you so much. We're here for you. We have your back, Maya. The community's here for you. RoxyTalks.com/forum. Oh, Leanne says, so grateful for the car. Some people don't even have a car. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. I completely even missed that one. Thank you, Leanne. Where's the gratitude? Where's the gratitude? And it's not to say that your story isn't hard, Maya. We're here for you. But again, the language has to change. There's no way around it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Shantae. Thank you, guys, all of you for showing up and being here for yourself. Thank you for the super chats. And yes, Maya, love it. That's your new story right there, which you just typed. That's it. And Bree put some, there's a lot of nice things in the chat too for you, some suggestions as well from the community. Everyone's so supportive. So thank you, everybody, for being here. RoxyTalks.com/forum if you want to connect with each other. We're actually in the process of building our own community. So it won't be on Facebook. It's not going to be on YouTube. It won't be in the comment section of anything. It's going to be our own Roxy Talks community, where you're going to be able to be able to interact with each other and all kinds of stuff. So that's coming down the line. Group coaching is coming down the line. One-on-one coaching is going away. So sign up by July 31st if you'd like to do it. And otherwise, I'll see you all next week. Be good to yourselves. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're all raising our vibrations together. I'll soon. Bye.